Good evening. Thank you for coming tonight to our March Madness concert, and with everything that's been going on, it kind of fits the bill. So, and especially a lot of stuff going on this week, especially with the high schoolers. We have a concert tonight, the state song ensemble, and the parade on Sunday. So it's going to be a busy week for us, and so we're going to get started. We're going to feature our 7th graders first, and we are going to start out with a tune entitled Honor Roll March. That we're going to do, entitled Tantra Zuru, is based around, basically Tantra Zuru is translated from Japanese into red crowned crane. So this is about a very elegant bird that is inspired, the song was inspired by the beauty and elegance of the beautiful bird that shares the same name. And so it's just kind of depicting this bird in flight, and this bird is a symbol of loyalty, strength, and happiness. So we hope you enjoy our rendition of Tantra Zuru. Silence that bomb. to be performing a piece. It's kind of two songs put together in one, so there's going to be a spot in the middle, that's with the slow part, where we kind of pause. Don't applause yet, until we get to with the faster part. So we're going to be doing two songs, and it's the first one is a rendition of the tune Danny Boy, and then the other one is an arrangement of Star of County Down. So very contrasting, but very Irish. So we hope you enjoy Celtic Air and Dance number 2. And as the 8th graders are filing out, we would like to finish our program tonight, and this is one of their fan favorites, and so when I handed this out, the kids were like, oh, we like this piece, and so, and what's not cool about Castles and Dragons? So, and we're going to feature Loraya Bennett on a flute solo, so we hope you enjoy Castles and Dragons by Todd Stelter. continue now with the 8th graders, and we are going to start out with a concert march entitled Mighty Might. If you've ever been to Alaska in the summertime, it's amazingly beautiful, but it's kind of different because at midnight, the sun is still like way above the horizon. It was kind of a unique experience, and I went and played a round of golf starting at 10:30 at night and still finished with plenty of daylight left. So obviously in the wintertime, it's the land of no sunlight, but that's a different story. But anyway, this piece is inspired by an Inuit myth called The Crow Brings the Daylight. And so this is a rendition of that, and so we hope you enjoy Land of the Midnight Sun. All right, and we are going to conclude the 8th grade portion with a piece entitled Terracotta Warriors. And this was inspired by the extraordinary spirit army of clay statues, numbering more than 6,000, created in the 3rd century BC for the tomb of Emperor Hui Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. So they actually ran a little special probably about 2 months ago on like the CBS Sunday 60 Minutes about this, and it's like a very guarded, sacred place there, and like very few people get to be in there, and it's just like this giant room with all these clay statues, and it was kind of cool to see that. And so this piece was inspired by all those clay statues there, and so we're going to perform that. And before we do that, I would like to thank the high school students that are helping out, because there's a lot of percussion in this, and I needed to call in some reinforcements. So I'd like to thank Gordon and Jenna and Kaylin, and I'd also like to thank Annika for helping out on flute tonight as well. So we hope you enjoy Terracotta Warriors. on to the last group for the evening. We are going to start off, and we are going to be performing a piece that was made famous by a composer by the name of Maurice Ravel. And basically, he describes it as a 5-minute crescendo. It starts off really soft, and gradually gets louder, and kind of became a very popular piece for him, and it's probably one of his most well-known pieces. So we're going to start off with Maurice Ravel's Bolero, and we have a few solos in there. We have our little clarinet trio of Teresa, Brianna, and Sandra. We have Annika on flute and Jared on trumpet. So we hope you enjoy Bolero. going to do is originally a 4-movement piece, but we're only doing 2. So at the end of the first one, there's going to be a little pause before we get into the second one. So again, just please hold off the applause there. But during these 2 movements we're going to feature a lot of different little solos throughout here. And in movement 1, and again, these are different songs from England, Ireland, kind of folk songs from there. This one is the march, and there's kind of 2 parts of it. There's the Morris dance, and then there's another part here that should just go for a second. Swansea Town. So there's 2 different little songs within here, and so we're going to feature the main solo is the euphonium solo by Matthew Baer, and then we're going to be doing movement 4, which is called Fantasy on the Dargeson, which is kind of definitely a little Irish bounce to that, very spirited and energetic, and we have quite a few different solos in here. On alto saxophone, we have Kiefer Lowry. Again, on euphonium, we have Matthew Baer. On clarinet, we have Brianna Werner. On piccolo, we have Annika Newton. Tenor saxophone, we have McKenna Boudry. And on tuba, we have Brendan Zimmerman. So we hope you enjoy movements 1 and 4 from the second Suite in F by Gustav Holst. All right, so now we are going to feature an Irish tune again, being that St. Patrick's Day is coming up. And so it's a kind of different medley of some Irish tunes. So we hope you enjoy our version of a tune called Shillelagh. couple quick announcements, and then we'll play our last piece and be out of here. This coming Saturday at Midland High School, we have some students here on stage that will be performing at the State Solo Ensemble. And back in February, the first part of February, we had District Solo Ensemble over at Bay City Central, and the students that received a first division rating are able to compete now on Saturday at state competition. And for those that are doing a solo, if they score high enough within their proficiency solo, they have the opportunity to perform at our Michigan Youth Arts Festival down in Kalamazoo in the beginning part of May. So these are the students that are going to be participating this Saturday, and some of these students are involved with multiple events, so I'm just going to read off the students that are involved. So Matthew Bear, yes, please stand up. Annika Newton. Brendan Zimmerman. Carly Widener. Angelina Powell. And Audrey Weiss. And I know they're all going to do a great job, so I look forward to hearing how they do. So, thank you. All right, our next thing, as I mentioned earlier, is part of our March Madness. So that's Saturday. Sunday's the parade, so if you're going to be out and about for the parade, we will be number 74 in the parade. So we hope to see you along the parade route there. And then our last announcement, this is kind of a yearly tradition that's around this time that we begin the cheesecake sale. So, as you can see. So you should be looking for those flyers coming home right before spring break. So we're going to do that sale from the 25th of March till April 14th, 15th, depending on the schedule and the day. So, and those cheesecakes will be coming in just so you can kind of plan April 30th. That's a Thursday. So this is our one fundraiser that we're doing this year. I didn't do the entertainment book, so I'm kind of hoping that we can get a lot of participation, a lot of stuff that we need to replace. So anyway, be looking for that coming home. So, all right, our last piece that we're going to do is a piece that I was fortunate to meet the composer when I was in grad school, and it was a piece that I really liked. It is a piece called Celebration of Life, and it kind of depicts different aspects of Jewish culture. So you actually get to hear them sing a little bit in here too. So they weren't really hip with that at first. They were like, "You have to sing," and like. So, and anyway, it's a kind of a unique piece, and I really like it. So we hope you enjoy Celebration of Life.